Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. On this channel, you'll learn how to be creative, and I'll teach you the tools you need to create. So be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel create more content like this. Hey Geek, so no, I did not use the sock for my feet. As a matter of fact, here it is. That's the sock in my feet. And the sock that I'll be using for today's test is actually a very clean sock. And so with that out of the way, on the previous video, I did something where I was trying to improve the overall sound in this room, basically sound dampening, and I tried to use a cheaper solution. In this case, I have multiple moving blankets. And so if you wanted to see that test that I did, I will leave the link in the description area below. But today, I wanted to explore an even cheaper option. So whenever I was getting into this whole idea of having a microphone and, getting other things like a pop filter, one of the recommendations that I heard was just use a sock. And I did try that before, but I never really tested it to see how much of it really improved. I just tried it on and I listened to it, and that's about it. But so today I'm going to be doing a more thorough test, at least for me. And this is one of the biggest issues that I have, even with these moving blankets that I have on here, is this whole microphone, specifically when I'm doing more like my tutorial videos, which is the majority of the videos that I do on my computer. And later on, I will be improving this more. I'm probably going to get some type of vocal booth. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and try this sock experiment to see if it actually improves the sound in any way. And so if you are going to be listening to this, I highly recommend that you put on some headphones and then see for yourself whether or not this sounds better, worse, or maybe doesn't improve anything at all. And then obviously at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my own personal thoughts. Once I record this and I listen to it with my my studio monitors. So I'm going to be using my Samson studio monitors to see whether or not I could notice any overall improvements. And if there is an improvement, then boy, this is probably the cheapest way that you can get better sound out of your microphone. So let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, so this is the first test that I'm doing where it's just a microphone. I don't even have my pop filter in front of this. And normally the type of videos that I create whenever I'm doing this on my computer is obviously my tutorial videos, specifically my video editing tutorials. So having really good audio is important. And currently the room that I'm in, there is a lot of echo and reverb, and the moving blankets did help some of that, but I still see that it's not exactly at the level that I want it to be. So right now I do have it without nothing there. And so after this, I'm going to try this out with the pop filter right in front of it. So go ahead and listen to my voice right now to see how it sounds, whether it's any echo and reverb, or if it's too loud, or maybe because I don't have a pop filter, you hear that pop, pop sound. So let's go ahead and try this out with the pop filter. Okay, so now I'm trying this out with how I normally have it, where I have the pop filter in front of it. And this does definitely improve the overall sound in terms of like not having the PPP sound or the pop sounds, but it doesn't really help with anything else around it. And so hopefully you could hear the difference here, but this is what I normally just use, just this with the pop filter right in front of it. So after this, we're gonna go ahead and try the test without the pop filter, but this time with the sock over the microphone. Okay, so now we have our very first test with our ultra cheap sound solution, which is our sock. And as you can see here, I don't have anything blocking it, so I don't have the pop filter in front of it. So hopefully there's going to be some difference in sound, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be for the better. And so right now I am talking to the microphone with my sock filter. So let's go ahead and try out this same test with the pop filter in front of it. And so now I have this with the pop filter in front of it. So I got my pop filter, my new sock filter, and you let me know if there's any difference in sound, because if this does improve the sound in any way, which I'll be listening to after this, then this is going to be my new default setup until I can actually get my vocal booth or some type of soundproofing around this microphone itself. So let me know, can you hear a difference with this setup versus not having the sock filter or the pop filter? Hopefully you can tell the difference, but we'll go ahead and find out, because now I'm going to go ahead and head over to my computer and listen to this on my studio monitors. And then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on whether or not this sock filter on the microphone is a great solution, or at least a marginally better solution versus not having it. For all your email marketing needs, check out Aweber, the premier service news at geekoutdoors.com. Get signed up today for free and also get 100% free complete account migration. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Okay, so now that I've done my test and had a chance to listen to this from my studio monitors, what is my overall conclusion on using a sock as a microphone filter? Unfortunately, this doesn't improve the overall sound quality. And if anything, it actually muffles your sound and also just makes it where it's not as clear or as loud versus just not using a sock at all. And about the only places where I see where this might benefit you is if you didn't have a pop filter or you're in an environment where there's just a lot of background noise, because it does eliminate some of the background noise, but it does affect the overall quality of your audio. And so the biggest thing that I've seen with this is it doesn't eliminate the biggest problem that I have, which is echo and reverb, which is something that I think is going to require me to get some type of vocal booth or some type of shielding that actually covers the microphone itself, along with improving my other sound dampening solutions. Maybe we're going to add some acoustic panels as well. And so it's going to be a combination of things, but I was hoping that this cheap sock filter solution would at least improve the sound in some really measurable way, but unfortunately it didn't. And so those are my thoughts on the microphone sock filter. And if you actually had any thoughts or any other ways in which you improve your sound in a very budget-friendly way, I'd like to know that as well. And also, if you wanted to see my reviews on my pop filter, my Samson microphone, or my Samson studio monitors, I did do reviews on all of these, including my mic stand, and I'll leave all of that in the description area below if you're interested. And so as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.